You were always called mature for your age. Adults liked you. Teachers trusted you. You didn't create problems. You didn't demand attention. You understood things, even when no one explained them. And if you recognize yourself in this, keep listening till the end, because this might explain more about you than you expect. While other kids were playing, you were observing. While they were carefree, you were careful. You noticed people's moods. You sensed tension in rooms before anyone said a word. You knew when to stay quiet, when to adjust, when not to ask for too much. You became easy to handle, easy to trust, easy to rely on. And everyone called that maturity, but most children don't become emotionally mature early unless they had to. Somewhere along the way, you learned that your feelings were less important than peace, that being low maintenance made life smoother, that understanding others mattered more than being understood. So you became the calm one, the reasonable one, the responsible one. You learned to read emotions, to predict reactions, to avoid conflict before it started, to carry emotional weight that wasn't yours. And slowly, you stopped being a child. You became the stable one. Now, years later, that maturity still lives inside you. You overthink small conversations. You replay situations in your head. You feel responsible for how others feel around you. You struggle to relax without guilt. You rarely ask for help, even when you need it. You handle things alone, even when it's heavy. People see you as independent, strong, emotionally intelligent, put together. But inside, you're often tired because you understand everyone, but very few people truly understand you. You give emotional space to others. You listen deeply. You support quietly. You adjust constantly. But when it comes to your own feelings, you minimize them, question them, push them aside. You tell yourself, it's not a big deal. I can handle it. Others have it worse. And the strange part is, you've been strong for so long, people assume you don't need anything. But here's something important. What you developed isn't ordinary, it's rare. You became highly aware of emotions. You can read people quickly. You sense what's unspoken. You notice shifts in tone, posture, energy. You understand dynamics others completely miss. While others react impulsively, you observe carefully. While others avoid emotional depth, you live in it naturally. That's why you often feel different. Sometimes older than your age, sometimes disconnected from shallow conversations. You're not distant. You're not cold. You're not too serious. You're just operating at a level of awareness most people never had to develop. But this strength came with a cost. You learned how to be strong for everyone else, but never learned how to be gentle with yourself. You carry responsibility that isn't yours. You feel guilty for resting, for saying no, for choosing yourself without explanation. And sometimes, without realizing it, you're still living like that careful child, trying to keep everything stable, trying not to disappoint anyone, trying not to be too much, trying to handle everything quietly. But here's the truth. You weren't born too mature. You were a child who adapted to survive emotionally. You became strong early because your environment required it. And now, you don't have to survive like that anymore. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to need support. You're allowed to express confusion, anger, sadness. You're allowed to not have everything figured out, because real strength isn't carrying everything alone. Real strength is knowing you don't have to anymore. Subscribe to RealMind for more content that helps you understand your mind, your choices, and your real growth.